We're going to recap the slip I sent out, I believe, on Sunday. So it's Michael Carter ended up cashing under. We had the 13.5 in VIP, and then I remember also on the video saying, okay, we'll just take his bump down at 13 so you could cash all those plays. Unfortunately, the next plays were just atrocious. So this power play just got turned to crap. RJ Harvey way over this longest reception under prop. Gobert, kind of same deal. We had him under 11.5 rebounds. He went absolutely nuclear, picked up 18 boards. So not sure what Randall is doing there on the glass. But anyway, that's going to chalk us down here. You know, good times here, holiday spirit. We're going to try to get back into the winning column. Prizepicks throws us another bone here. They got a couple tackles rolling today. So I will move quicker on this video. I want to get in this Porter play over 20.5 points. I think he's up for the next hour and then they take him down. But if you end up seeing this video a bit later when this is no longer on the board, just throw in any tackle. Honestly, like I keep saying, the promos, the tackles that Prizepicks gives, because there are discrepancies from their original lines, we're getting up, like, you know, their original line slashed all the way down. You see here Swayman from 21.5 to 17.5. So you just take his over. Same deal with Porter Jr. You take his over 20.5 because he slashed it down 4 points from his original 24.5 line. So just whatever this tackle play is, you could just feel free to replace another tackle that Prizepicks is giving out. But the next two plays is going to be on us, and the tools got to come through today. We're using them from Parlayers. We got the Player Prop Optimizer and the Sharp Money tool. The Player Prop Optimizer comparing the best Prizepicks lines back to the market and other apps like Prizepicks to see where we're getting the best value on their over-unders due to, you know, heavy juice favoring one direction or just discrepancies with the lines as I just explained. So with that, you see here the two first tackle plays on the board as they should be because the discrepancies are so big. And if I just select all here as you know, our reference books like Prizepicks, so we got Underdog Fantasy, DraftKings Pick 6, and new edition Better Picks if you guys didn't already see. So just quick heads up, there's probably the most value on the tool on Better at all times for some reason. So if you guys are Better users, I know a lot of people like to stick to Prizepicks. Honestly, I do a kind of a combination of Prizepicks, Underdog Fantasy, Pick 6, a bunch of books just to see where the best value is at. I don't really stick on one book particularly. Yes, there's, you know, I put out more volume on Prizepicks. It's what the people want. But honestly, Prizepicks, sometimes, you know, sometimes there's value, sometimes not as much. So if you guys are using Better Picks, you're very fortunate because, man, do they got purples and greens for days here. Look at this. I don't even think they have a yellow on the first page that's displaying 100 picks. You got all green to purple picks here. So huge for Better Picks there. Same deal on the Sharp Money tool here where we're comparing these lines, you know, Prizepicks underdog lines back to peer-to-peer exchanges like Novig and ProfitX, so we could follow where the sharp bettors with their sophisticated models and projections are pricing these lines at, so we could see kind of where they're putting their money at. So not only are we following the house, you know, the sharp books, but we're following the actual sharp bettors, their directions on where they think a player will end up going, over or under, right? So this is a nice addition to the tools. So this is good for the tools kind of to have both of them up at once. This is the strategy that I use. I like to start with the Sharp Money tool. I think I'm going to do that today. I start with this one and then I compare it back to the optimizer to see if they're offered anywhere else. Again, I'm just saying my personal preference when using parlayers. So I'll do a demonstration for the first pick if I could catch one off bat. Let me see. I'm going to see if I got in anything. Okay, so I did. I got in something in my VIP slip that automatically I want to get into this slip for you guys. So it looks like it's still here. It's going to be Jared Vanderbilt from this Lakers game. I know they're a bit short-handed today. Doncic is down. Reeves, not sure if he's playing. There's a couple guys that are in and out of the lineup, but I do like Vanderbilt. I know he's coming off the bench. I do believe LeBron and Ayton are going to be playing in this one, so that forward position's kind of stacked already. Rui, I'm not sure if he's playing, but, you know, anyway, he's a minus 104 here on his consensus odds to his under 6 rebounds. So what does this mean? It means that a majority of the books on the market are offering juice for him to finish under 6. So that means with 5 rebounds or less by the time the game finishes. And here I could already just see going by, you know, one by one on the sportsbooks, Pinnacle charging 7 cents on the dollar of juice for his under 5.5. BetMGM, you know, 10 cents of juice on the dollar for him to finish with under 5.5, so that's 5 or less rebounds. And then you just go down, you know, you go down the list. You got a couple more books with juice, meaning there's a minus line going down to his 5 rebounds line or less. So this is big for us because we're already getting that insurance at 6 in case he pushes there, meaning he just grays out the pick and our slip reverts down to the nearest payout. So I like that kind of cushion we get at 6. just for him to go under. The only book pricing him at 6.5 is FanDuel, but he is a big underdog to go over this line. And then you see here, even bigger underdog on Novig, pricing him at a plus 130 to go over 6.5. So I do like this play on Vanderbilt. And like I said, the strategy is I kind of just go back to the optimizer to see if any other books have this line, or we're getting exclusive value to Prizepicks. So this is exactly what I mean. Compared back to the optimizer, this is kind of the second part of my strategy, is I see what other books are offered, are offering this line, and what's it at. So as you see here, DraftKings Pick 6 and Better Picks both don't offer this push line at 6, so that's good. We're getting value exclusive to Prizepicks. And you see here, even to confirm our data, that underdog is pricing this for the same payout on his over or under 5.5. So the fact that we're getting that 0.5 bump up at 6 makes us comfortable to bet the under on his higher projection here on Prizepicks. So I'm gonna go on NBA, I'm gonna go on Vanderbilt. We'll see if he's still offered at 6 rebounds. He is, beautiful. And I'll check his alternate lines. And this is why I checked the alternate lines. So right off the bat, he's got a demon at 6.5. So Prizepicks is even saying, look, he's a very heavy favorite to go for 6 or less, which is what we're going to play here at 6. And even have his regular line at 5.5. So this is a mistake or a miscue by Prizepicks, offering both these lines 6 and 5.5 for full value on either's over or under. So we could just follow the tools by parlayers and say that, look, he's very favored to go for under 6, so 5 or less. So instead of taking his under 5.5, why not just take his higher projection under 6, so we still get that cushion in case he hits 6, and then we still have that protection, that insurance at 6. So when I roll a taco here, you guys are more than welcome to swap this out with anyone that's available when you're watching this video. And then Vanderbilt under 6 rebounds, and we'll round it off with one more here. Refresh the sharp money tool. As always, I like to go to this, then the optimizer. Just a personal strategy, but you guys could do what you want there. And then you know what, we won't have to look far, because another play that I even got in my VIP. You guys are getting so much game for free here, it's insane. But you know what, I like helping you guys out. Just see where the best plays on the tool are, kind of what I'm seeing when I look at the tool for the first time. So right off the bat, this is the taco play, so I can't run 2 tacos at the same time. So this will be the top play on the Novig tap here. For now, it's going to be Daniel Gafford in this Mavericks game, points under 7.5. He's a plus 120 on his over 7.5. So again, plus 120, big underdog for him to go over, for him to go for 8 or more points by the time the game ends. This is what the sharp bettors are telling us. They're offering this line at plus money. So that means the opposite direction, the under must be favored. And we see here by the market that he is favored at that under. And another thing that's sticking out to me big time is this 5.5 line by BetMGM. They're super aggressive on this line, saying that he's priced at 2 points less than his line on Prizepicks. So we're getting another one of those higher projection, I like to call it the ceiling projection, at 7.5 that we could play with. So we have, that 2 point discrepancy from 7.5 to the 5.5 that BetMGM is offering. And they're saying he's a plus 105 underdog to finish with 5 or less points in this game. So we get all that room, again, that cushion from 5.5 to 7.5 to work with, and that's why we take the under on the 7.5. If I just go across the market, BetOnline has him at 6.5, couple other books at 6.5, and when he is at 7.5 on FanDuel, he's still a favorite at minus 130 to go under, and Fliff minus 140 to go under. So a bunch of green flags here to play this pick. I'm just gonna make sure with the optimizer, Gafford. Okay, so I think I didn't refresh the optimizer, so it looks like they bumped him down to 6.5, but maybe they put him back up to 7. I would love to get him in at 7.5. He is here, so I'm gonna move quick. Hopefully they don't push that down. But as you see here, Pick 6 has him at 6.5, so we're already getting that good discrepancy with the other apps as well. If I just check his demon line, 8.5, and then his goblin line, 5.5. You want to be on the 7.5 to under, and this is gonna round off my slip. It was until they bumped it, so better it happens like this, that they bump it here, because if I would have gotten, if I would have played that pick and then I got bumped or whatever, after I finished putting it out for you guys, that would have sucked. So we will have to jump on another play. Unfortunate, because I loved that play. I really did. But we're going to have to get in another play. And again, we'll not have to look too far here. It's going to be this Jalen Williams play in this OKC game. His rebounds, assist under 10.5. 2 things right off the bat I like. Of course, Novig, not too much of a underdog to his over, but still plus money, which is good. So is unders favored. It's a green play across the market. Heavy minus 133 consensus favorite to his under. And this BetMGM play again, we get a good discrepancy on a rebounds assist prop. They're pricing him at 9.5, and they're saying he's a plus 105 underdog to finish with 9 or less rebounds assist by the time the game ends. So that's going to be good for me to play. I really do like that pick on Jalen Williams. Let's see if he's still here at 10.5. Tell me he's still here. Tell me he's still here. He's still here. And if you guys want a little trick, I'll have to move quick. Prizepicks is being a bit annoying today, as usual. But yeah, I'm going to move quick today. He has his rebounds line here and his assist line both at 5, right? So 5 apiece. So if you do his true kind of rebounds assist line just by addition, you could do his 5 rebounds plus his 5 assists. So he should probably be around that 10 rebounds assist true line, you know, that true mark of 10 instead of 10.5. So we are still getting good discrepancy on his 10.5 to that line. So that's going to recap. Again, you can play any tackle you want in place of Porter if he's not on the board when you guys are on, you know, on Prizepicks making your slip. You have Vanderbilt 6 rebounds under. Beautiful play here. And then Jalen Williams 10.5 rebounds assist under. Also good play there with discrepancies. So this is going to round off our 3-man for 6x. We got to get back in the greens here. I want to give you guys a full 6x green. We hit a 3x on that Anthony Joshua free square, but that's not good enough for me. Let's do a full 6x today. That plus 5 units. We're chasing it. Let's do it here. I'm limited to $5 on any slip, not even just a tackle. So I'm going to have to put in 5 for this one. But you guys are more than welcome to max out your tackle size for whichever one you are putting in this slip. I'm going to get this one in. And as always, I'll recap in the next video. Have a good one.